Tips for Men's Health, Part 2. It's Men's Mental Health Month, and in 2014 I tried to leave this place. So here's some more tips if you're a man down in the dumps thinking about exiting this reality. Like I mentioned in Part 1, for 13 months before I attempted to exit this reality, I did not tell anybody about the struggles that I had going on within. The main reason for that was because going the traditional route, talking to counselors, and it never resonated with me. I just figured they were going to put me on antidepressants, which, was another thing that never resonated with me in my 10-year long healing journey. I've never gone to a counselor for depression, and I've never been on any kind of medication. If that's calling to you, then by all means, I recommend reaching out and getting help. And if antidepressants is something for you, if that's what the path you want to go down, then you do you. But for me, that never resonated. Now, if that path is not calling to you like it wasn't calling to me, the other option, the one that I took, was working with shamans, energy healers, plant medicine, and even crystals. And I can honestly say to date, after having 4 ayahuasca ceremonies and using a handful of other plant medicines, and looking back on my healing journey, I can honestly say that if it wasn't for the use of these medicines, that I would not be where I am today. Now, I will say this: if you're a guy that's looking to do some healing, and the shaman energy healer path kind of calls to you, I would highly recommend you getting a recommendation for a shaman or energy healer from someone that you look up to, from someone that appears to be, somewhat healed and happy. The reason why I recommend this is because if you go out searching for an energy healer or a shaman when you're, at a vibration of thinking about exiting this reality, you may attract in someone that doesn't have your best interests and could end up being a demonic troll of a shaman. I've come across those in my time. Next, I want you to think about a Lamborghini, a sports car that runs its best on the highest premium gas you can get, right? Now, let's say one day you're like, you know what, this premium gas is too expensive. I want to save some money, so I'm going to start putting in the lowest quality, cheapest fuel that I can put into my Lamborghini. What's going to happen is you're going to see the performance start to, lessen from where it was when you were still filling it with the best premium gas, right? And the same thing goes with our body. If you want your body to operate at its highest level, you need to be putting a more healthier diet into your system. You have to absolutely eliminate fast food. I'm sorry to say that. I know, a lot of people would want to vomit hearing that. Last time I ate at the most popular fast food chain was in 2013, 2012. And, you couldn't pay me to eat one of those burgers or even the fries if you look online how they're made. So anyways, you have to start to clean up your diet. You can evaluate what you're eating in a day, in a week, and just find ways where you can eliminate something that's not so healthy for something a little more healthy. The fruits and vegetables, lots of water, try to eliminate pop and whatever, right? Next piece of advice that I have for any guys that are down in the dump. Now, I can almost guarantee that the best version of you is going to the gym or working out at home. Guarantee it. Not only does working out make you look better, which boosts your confidence, but it releases endorphins that just help you have a better state of clarity, makes you feel happier. So if you're a guy that's down in the dumps, I want you to start burning off all that negative energy by working out, getting that energy moving, okay? Sitting still, being stagnant, it's the worst thing you can do when we're depressed. And when you're depressed, what do? You want to sit still and not move anywhere, right? It's good because I can give you time to go within and, do the mental work and figure out what you need to heal, what you need to do. But for the most part, you want to get moving. You want to move around, keep that energy flowing. You absolutely have to get out in nature. The sun, the wind, the air, large bodies of water, all these things help clear negative energy from our aura. And you have to remember, when you're down in the dumps, it's all about your energy. How you're feeling is going to help you have better mental clarity, right? Go for a walk in nature. Around water is the best. Get sun on your skin. You have to do these things. Ground, stand barefoot on the grass, because that pretty much pulls out negative energy from your body. You have to help yourself in every way that you can when you're feeling that low. Lastly, if you're a guy that's down in the dumps thinking about exiting this reality, I'm going to share something with you that will help motivate you to continue down your path of healing. Now, I want you to think about all the things you've been through, right? Not fun, obviously, if you're in a place of, questioning, should I leave this reality? You wouldn't want to relive that, would you? So here's the thing. What if I told you that if you were to exit this reality, you look at your life and you're like, nah, man, and you exit this reality, what if, and I'm saying what if because I don't want to say this is what's going to happen, but what if when you pass away after exiting this reality, you're going to be forced to incarnate into another life where you're going to feel, where you're going to experience very much the similar same things, and you're going to have to go through almost an equivalent to what you already went through until you can learn to heal and open up your heart and raise your vibration. And if you don't do it in that life, then guess what? You get reincarnated into another one. And that could be a cycle that goes on another 10 lives. Yikes, right? There's some people, there's some people that have been, I'm getting too esoteric for this video, but there's a lot of people that have been, stuck in cycles for thousands of years down here. If you knew where you were, you'd wanna ascend real quick. So I know I'm getting off topic a little bit on this video, but just know that if you exit this reality, there's a good chance that you're gonna be stuck doing the almost same thing you just went through. You don't want to do that. So stick with your healing journey. Know that if I can heal, so can you. I once believed it was impossible and I tried to leave this place. Stop believing the lies you're telling yourself. Be easier on yourself. Get outside, clean up your diet. You got this.